This radio here is the Nordmende Stradella 49M from the end of 1965. Now this set is an export model, despite saying U there instead of FM. You can see that FM goes up to 108. It's got the little civil defense triangles, and instead of having the long wave band, it has the 49 meter band. Why they didn't put FM here, I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't have made this look as nice. They could have just put an F there instead. But in any case, the set was made for sale in the US. The set was sold to me as, quote, untested, and like just about every untested set, this one did not work when I received it. And repairing it was a bit of a pain in the neck. At least to get it to full performance. And what a performer this set is. Let's give it a listen.
7 years to win the blank. Triple Crown. Correct. Hundreds of bikers gathered outside a courthouse on Monday to protest the continued detention of gang members involved in
songs. It's his turn. We gon' be alright. Huh? Be alright.
Tuning is a little tough on this set, on the FM band at least, due to the nature of how the tuner mechanism is set up. I'll show you that in a little bit.
Perpetuate or condone injustice. Very
The neighborhood has ever seen.
Could you turn down your music, please?
Sorry. Sam the Beer Man, family owned and operated, Upper Front Street, Binghamton, home of...
That is just excellent. You can see the slop I was talking about in the tuning mechanism.
Everyone knows that car shopping is about getting a great
Martha Stewart.
You really have to tune it slowly.
Macy's is a proud Plenty Park.
Be outside. Gulch Chevrolet. Find new roads. North Street Endicott.
It's the AM band now.
Let's go, Uncle. Well, you're trying to.
Come on, man. Let's just say it's a brand. Like you, the minute you say it's a brand, I go.
But I want to do it just for fun because I love the game. I agree. I thank you. I thank you for your call, Jim.
I'm recording this video during the daytime, so there's really nothing to hear on the shortwave band, which actually covers a fairly narrow frequency range from 5.95 to maybe 6.25 megahertz. Smaller frequency range than is covered by the FM band. That does make tuning in shortwave stations easy, and the 49 meter band is one of the most station-filled ones around where I live, at least. But during the day, there's really nothing to pick up, especially not near my computer like this. The antenna's got a little bit of damage, but it's not too bad. Can't really extend this last section all the way, otherwise it gets stuck. You can see this set, saw quite a bit of use, and it's not cosmetically perfect by any means. This strip here is made of cloth, so I think you'd be hard pressed to find one that's still nice and white. I cleaned it up as best I could. Unfortunately, I forgot to clean the knobs while I had the set apart. And it's not so easy to get at them, especially the volume knob. If I do take the set apart again, I'll clean the station one and this one, but you pretty much have to remove the circuit board to get at this one, so that's going to be left as it is. A little badge there saying made in Western Germany. Now, like most of Nordmende sets, this one is made out of wood and it's covered in vinyl. It's got a good sized speaker in there, which sounds great. It sounds a lot better with the case closed than it does open. In fact, if you crank the volume up too much, the speaker kind of hits the end of its travel when the case is open, which is definitely not good for it. Being an export model, this one runs off of 6 C cells instead of 2 of those flat 4.5 volt batteries they use in Germany, or at least used in Germany. It's got a nice plug here so you can separate the back cover. And also plugs here so you can disconnect the battery compartment to replace it. Assuming you could even get a spare. Oops, shit. Tile was slipping off my monitor there. I believe that is the serial number, 15057. And there's a stamp here that says Rudolph something or other, as well as the date, September 17th, 1965. I believe that's the cabinet manufacturer. I don't know for sure. And there's also this number here. There was originally a cardboard cover that went under this pulley here, and that pulley is for the FM tuning mechanism, which is slug tuned. You can see when I move the tuning cap forward, it pulls on that string. And you can see it does not have a lot of travel, so really any resistance at all on that. And you're gonna have sloppy tuning. This cord here goes to a ferrite slug, or actually I believe a pair of ferrite slugs in the FM tuner module. I haven't torn that apart. Pulling on this, let me set it to FM. You can see that tunes the FM band. A really fairly slight movement of it changes stations. If I take this set apart again, I'm going to oil the spring that puts tension on this. It's inside of a plastic sleeve, and it seems to be binding up a little bit, which is making tuning difficult on FM. Now, I mentioned that this set did not work when received. It actually drew no power at all when switched on. My first suspicion in those cases is the volume control switch, but that tested okay. See it there. It turned out that the problem was a crack in the circuit board. I bridged that with some wires after I took the set apart. I was able to get the set playing before doing that, though, by connecting power across the filter cap here. This has been replaced. It was originally a 400 millifarad axial style cap. So putting power across the main filter, brought the set to life, but sound quality was definitely not up to par. As is usual, some of the smaller caps were marginal on this set. There's a decent number of caps in here, but less than the usual German set actually. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So not too many to replace. The set is not easy to work on. You have to separate this circuit board from the metal backing plate, and to do that you have to unsolder a bunch of wires. So this was a tedious and time-consuming job. Took maybe 4 hours total. More than I had intended to spend, for sure. This is a little IF module here with the 8 transistor in there and some tuned coils, and the FM module has some transistors in it as well, I believe 2. It's also got one capacitor I haven't replaced. Oh, actually there's one there I missed too. Oh well. I think I'm going to leave well enough alone since the set works great. As usual, I don't have a schematic for this set, so I'm just, replacing what I see. The previous owner did try to repair this set. Thankfully, they didn't try too hard. They clearly removed the chassis because they had put it back together wrong and lost some of the washers and screws. And they also, for some reason, separated the front metal piece here. All those clips were undone. They managed to break 2 of them off, but thankfully I was able to re-secure it well, and it doesn't rattle. They apparently wrote down every time they changed the batteries in this set. I believe that October 30th, 1974 one is the latest. I'm guessing they dropped the set, which caused that break there, and that put the set out of commission. Thankfully they didn't just throw it out. Because a lot of other collectors recognize that untested generally means broken, I was able to get this set pretty cheaply, and I'm fairly pleased with how it turned out. There's unfortunately not much I can do about the, little bit of discoloration here to the dial glass, which is caused by the foam pads behind it disintegrating, and the discoloration here, but I'd say it cleaned up very well. It was fairly dirty when I got it, but not the worst I've seen by any means. Alright, this video is getting long, so I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching.